right, so far in this unit, we've been talking about how the Earth rotates in a circle one time a day and revolves around the sun once a year. And we've also been keeping our moon journals for about a month now. And we've been taking time to reflect on them. Let's pretend we actively go over that all the time in part of our unit. So let's write down like 8 of the most noticeable moon phases, and I'd make my charts so you guys can see them all. So if we started with a full moon, what happens to it next? You guys remember?
It gets smaller.
Yeah, it gets a little bit smaller. Which way does it go? Remember? So if it goes from a full moon, it's going to come in on this side first.
From the right
and then
side.
we go to half, and then you go to your crescent, and then you go new moon where you can't see it, and then we come back the other way, right? So it's the line, basically if you were looking at that line, it moves all the way around. So then it goes waxing half, or crescent half, gibbous. And then you'd be full again, and you'd keep going in that pattern. So we are going to use our Earth, and remember this little dot is where you are, and remember you'll be spinning this way if you're thinking about it, but well, for the first round just use it as one ball, and this is going to be your moon. They're not really this close in size, but it'll help. And then our sun will be here. And so we know that our sun doesn't move, so we're going to have our sun here. You guys are going to have to work together to hold it. And our moon on the other side of it, and I want you to try and get the red light to make a full moon, to make all 8 of those phases. So see how you can arrange these 3 pieces to make the ball look like a full moon, or a crescent, or a gibbous, or a new moon. I can hold this if that helps for you guys. Or I'll hold the sun, because that one won't move.
It's fine. Okay.
So here's your sun back here. And can you even see it on the pole? I shine directly. Ooh, so what did you guys make on that one? A half? Where's the half? Oh, there. So there's a half?
Right, yeah.
Okay, so what would you have to do to make it a full moon? Just move it further over. Are there multiple places you can see that full moon? Like, are there different ways you could hold it to see a full moon? Because remember, if you're like over here though, you need to be able to see the moon. So here's where you guys are. Remember, you need to be able to see the moon. So if you have your moon all the way here looking like a full moon, it wouldn't actually, you wouldn't see it from there.
No. They wouldn't see it from over here either.
So like,
But this would be where the sun
off
is
to
shining,
the
so this
side?
would be daytime over here, and this would be nighttime.
so it has to be off to the sides
Off to the side.
for full moon.
Is there any other way you can do it besides all the way off in the corner?
Directly in the center?
No, because that'd be a half moon, right?
Well, if it's directly in the center, where's the shadowed part? So the whole thing's in shadow when you're
Yeah.
like this. So what phase is that when it's all in
New
shadow?
moon.
The new moon. So instead of, you were right, you can make one on, by swinging it to the side, but what if it's just higher up? Then you can get a full moon too, right? So let's try to make, and we won't worry about waxing crescent or a waning crescent, but why don't you try to make a crescent moon?
Wait, which side is that?
Don't worry about which side it goes on,
Okay.
but try to make a crescent moon.
Is that tiny sliver?
So, but is that the way that the sliver usually looks?
No. It looks like a fingernail.
You can't really see it.
So which way would it have to change to look like it did in your moon observations? So if we remember the crescent, remember, because it doesn't bubble out, the light doesn't bubble out like this.
No.
The light part curves in, and the shadowed part is the one. So you'd have to, does it work if you put it on the other side? Does that reverse it?
I can't see it.
Yeah, it does. I know, it's really hard to see with this, but so your shadow's here,
Mhm.
showing your light coming around this way, which is, if you could see better. Okay, so then the next thing I would have you guys do through this, I'd be having you guys like record like where you have one person drawing like what positions you're holding it all in.
Mhm.
This can get like really long or really short, so I'll kind of walk you guys through it. So your next step I would have you do is see if you can go from full to crescent to half to gibbous, new, like through those 8 major phases, and see if you can figure out a way to get it to go
Mhm.
all at once, like through a fluid movement. And it's going to be really, really trial and error
Yeah.
and really exploratory.
What grade is this?
Third.
So, like, just like this, some kids could get it really quickly, some kids could spend a lot of time on it. So, depending on that, like, if a lot of kids are getting it, I would move into, if you notice in your moon journals, like, if it's a half moon, like, earlier in the night, it's like this, but later in the
And it
night, it
tilts,
starts
yeah.
tipping. So then, like, can you factor that into the way all of this is moving, too?
So like where it would
And
be.
then if like you want to, again, depending on where they are through just like check-ins, we can do, like why is it rising 50 minutes earlier every day? And it's still, because your end goal is to get like a whole working model that we can build. So this is one component of it, is how to get your moon shadowed correctly. And I know it's late, I kind of blew through that. I guess I kind of blew through my whole inquiry thing. But we would talk like through our moon, using our moon journals to talk about like phenomena we saw and reviewing videos. This just shows the tilt changing to prompt you like what else can you do with your
Okay.
materials. And that's it.